CQ, this is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ Parks on the Air from US 4858, CQ. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the Air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo on 14.343 from US 4858, CQ. CQ Parks on the Air from US 4858, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, and standing by, CQ Parks on the Air. This is Parks on the Air, ham radio. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Go Amateur Radio. Thanks for joining. CQ on 14.343. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858, CQ. I'm on 14.343 megahertz. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the Air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ Parks on the Air, amateur radio. Hello, radio. I'm on 14.343. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ Parks on the Air. I'm at Mountain Island Educational State Forest in North Carolina, near Mountain Island Lake, near Charlotte. CQ. I am in Gaston County, North Carolina, I believe, right at Iredell and Gaston, in Mecklenburg County, where they meet. CQ Parks on the Air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ POTA. I'm at US 4858. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo on 14.343 megahertz ham radio. You just dropped your phone and the live stream came on. All right, Kraz, how's it going? You dropped your phone and that's the way the algorithm works, I guess. CQ Parks on the Air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo using the Yaesu FT-891, 95 watts CQ Parks on the Air. I'm using a Bioenno battery. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ Parks on the Air. Name is Nate. This is Go Amateur Radio. Thanks for joining. Rain starting in 15 minutes. I don't see any rain here. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ Parks on the Air. From 4858, CQ on 14.343 megahertz, CQ. Should be getting a pileup soon. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the Air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, W4NDK from US 4858, Mountain Island Educational State Forest in North Carolina, CQ. Whiskey 1, Foxtrot Yankee, go ahead.
This is Whiskey 1, Foxtrot Yankee Golf. Repeating, Whiskey 1, Foxtrot Yankee Golf. You are 5-7 Connecticut, 5-7 Charlie Tango, over.
5-7 Connecticut, thanks very much. You are 5-7 North Carolina, and I'm doing a live stream. Roger.
Roger. Would you like me to spot you on the spotting page?
That would be wonderful. I really appreciate it.
Please return your call sign and park number, please.
Sure, it's Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. And the park is US 4858, Mountain Island State Educational State Forest. Over.
No, you just faded away. Try again, please.
US 4858, US 4858. US 4858, US 4858. Copy. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ POTA from US 4858. November 1, Golf Tango Whiskey. You're 5-7, North Carolina, US 4858. Thank you for 5-8, Charlie Tango, Connecticut. You're the second Connecticut station in a row. We must have a pipeline to Connecticut. Thanks very much for the contact. It's about 3 p.m. Eastern. I appreciate the contact. 73. I didn't copy the last thing you said. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. QRZ. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from Mountain Island Lake, North Carolina, Mountain Island State Educational Forest on US 4858. CQ. I heard a Delta. Sorry, please try again with the Delta station. This is ham radio, Jose. Amateur radio. And I'm doing Parks on the air. CQ, 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 CQ. CQ means calling. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. You can look up my call sign on Google. This is Parks on the air at Park number US 4858, Mountain Island Educational State Park. CQ, CQ, CQ. It's kind of a scavenger hunt game we play on amateur radio. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. I got 2 Connecticut stations from North Carolina on this little battery I have in the floor. Let's see if I can slide this battery over so you can see it. You see this? It's a BioInno battery. It's 12 volt, 15 amp hours, 180 watt hours. And it's lithium iron phosphate. Lithium iron phosphate. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858. QRZ. I'm on 14.343. 14.343 megahertz. And you can pull this up from Web SDR online and listen to me from someone else's antenna if you'd like, and someone else's software-defined radio. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, Whiskey 4 NDK. This is Whiskey 4 NDK at US 4858, POTA. I got Connecticut, so I must be facing somehow oriented to the north. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. 14.343. This is Nate, and it's Go Amateur Radio. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858. QRZ. CQ, CQ, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Thanks for joining Jose and Kraz. CQ, CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. I am at State Park, North Carolina Educational State Forest, Mountain Island Educational State Forest, US 4858. And it's Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. QRZ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ, CQ, Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. I'm calling CQ, calling out to see if anyone comes back to me. Thanks for joining, guys, in the chat. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. If you want to find me and you have amateur radio, 14.343. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Some of this Polar Premium Seltzer Black Cherry. That's pretty good stuff. I don't know if you guys have tried this before. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA at US 4858. CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ and standing by. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ Parks on the air from US 4858. CQ and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo from 14.343 megahertz. CQ and standing by. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. This is kind of like a scavenger hunt or a bingo game that we play on amateur radio. We try to find people at different parks. We log them. We get points. I think I hear somebody out there. Let me try it. I think I hear somebody out there in the noise. Will you try again? CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Not really getting out very well. It's the middle of the day on 20 meters on amateur radio. I got a Wolf River Coil. It's a vertical and it's telescopic whip on a small tripod with 3 radials going out on 3 sides, about 17 feet each. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo at US 4858. CQ and standing by. I don't know if you guys can see the frequency here, but it's 14.343. I have an MFJ 200 watt 929 tuner, and we're tuned. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo W4NDK from US 4858. CQ and standing by. Okay, we're going to QMB that, store that, see if we hear anybody else out there. And somebody in Europe, I think the band went long on us. That means we're picking up people far away and not really. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ. Sometimes this happens. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. These aren't always successful activations. You have to make 10 contacts for it to be successful. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. I'm on 14.343. Thanks for a couple of people out there watching, and feel free to drop a comment in the live chat if you'd like. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ Parks on the air. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ POTA from US 4858. CQ, CQ, CQ. See if any of these other bands. I'll try 3 or 4 more times. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ and standing by. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ Parks on the air. 14.343. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Got 2 folks from Connecticut right away. Now I don't hear anybody. Well, there's somebody. $14,226. Scan the bands and then. I always hear the YL system. They use some power and Delta Oscar November. Try another band. Let's see. Let's go down to 40 and see if we hear anybody. Woo! There's a lot of noise there. Go up to 17 meters. God, that guy ran off the road right there. This is 10 meters. This is very similar to the CB band, which is 11 meters. Man, bands aren't very good right now. Let's try again. 14.343. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo on 14.343. Hey Andy, how's it going, bud? Thanks for joining again. How are things in the UK? What's the weather like? It is 97 degrees right now, so that's why I'm parked on the side of the road here at Mountain Island Educational State Forest in North Carolina, trying to stay in the shade. Got a Wolf River coil behind the car. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo at US 4858. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. Band's not doing too well right now. I might try 40 meters in a second. I try not to give up. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo on 14.343 on the side of the road, portable here. Parks on the air. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Yeah, nice and warm here for sure. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. CQ, CQ, CQ. Bet it's nice and warm there too. I like to watch the guy from Essex that goes out into the packing shed and does ham radio. Andy. CQ, CQ, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. If anybody can spot me, I'm at US 4858, US 4858. I'm at 14.343, 14.343 megahertz, and my call sign is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Been trying for about 15 minutes. 15 minutes on 14.343. I don't know if Andy, if you have access to the POTA app and could spot me, that would be great. Not sure if you could do that or not, but I'd greatly appreciate it, bud. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ from US 4858. CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo in a rental car. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ from US 4858. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Hope I don't get hit while I'm on the side of the road here. It's not worth having an accident for ham radio. But I'm pulled off the road by about 3 feet, but this landscaper drove by with a trailer and ran the trailer off the road up there, so doesn't feel real safe. CQ, CQ, CQ on 14.343. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Okay, guys, I'm going to go over to 40 meters and see what I can do. 40 meters, so bear with me just a second. Okay, I adjusted the ring on the loading coil and the tap. And we're going to switch over to 40. Woo! That's some noise right there. Well, it tunes. There's some power lines here. And I'm in a car with a good noisy alternator. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use on 7260? Okay, we got some lightning here. Hold on just a second, guys. Okay, sorry if that blanked out on you. CQ, CQ, CQ Parks on the air. From 7260 megahertz, this is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4. CQ POTA, this is Whiskey 4, November, Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. I don't hear anybody on 40, and I hear a bunch of lines.
The other day they had pure signal. You thought you might have to have one of them. What was it?
Oh, there's somebody. 7178. It's the frequency in use. Is the frequency in use? Having trouble keeping it tuned. CQ Parks. Make this a little bit longer and then I'll spot myself and we'll start getting out. CQ. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. 7188. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. Let's see if we can get spotted. If it pauses, bear with me. Okay, got spotted. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ POTA. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, and standing by. From US 4858, this is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. I'm on 7188. We're doing a game we call Parks on the Air, where we try to find other people in parks or people who aren't in parks are trying to find us. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858, CQ, and standing by. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, and standing by. Some polar seltzer water, black cherry. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ Parks on the air from US 4858, Mountain Island Educational State Forest in North Carolina. CQ. I heard a kilo station. Try again. Kilo Delta 8 ? Mike. Is that a Sierra? Kilo Delta 8 Sierra Mike, you're 5 and 3 in US 4858. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. QSL, Southeast Ohio. Did the band sound noisy or is it the power lines I'm close to? Yeah, I got some power line noise here. Well, I'll try to bear through it. You're my third contact. I appreciate it. It's about 3:24 p.m. right now. Appreciate the contact, sir. I couldn't make that out there, but you're on my live stream, and it's Go Amateur Radio. Thanks for finding me. 73. QRZ. CQ. Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. That's 3 contacts. I need 7 more. CQ. Okay, I heard another station. Something Sierra. I'm near some power lines. I might have to move, but try again, please. Kilo 8 Sierra. November. I've got enough coax where I can do this. I'm going to move the car up about 2 or 3 feet if I can. Oh, it was the car noise. Listen to that. I turned the car off. November 8. November Sierra, over. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo at US 4858. CQ. How we can drop it off. I'm going out of town this weekend, but look me up and reach out. CQ Parks on the air on 7188. CQ POTA. For November Delta Kilo. You're 5'9".
Roger, I've got you here by 5-3 West Virginia.
Thank you for West Virginia from US 4858. 73, my friend.
73.
And it's 3:27 p.m. 3:27 p.m. on 7188. QRZ. CQ POTA. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ. And you're on my live stream, by the way. The radio. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. 40 meters on 7188. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858, Mountain Island Educational State Forest. CQ. I gotta answer this. Thanks. I pulled off on the side of the road and I'm doing a live stream and an activation right now. I'll take a look at your map in a bit. Appreciate you getting back to me. I'm on 7188. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Kilo Bravo 4 Lima Oscar Alpha. QSL. All right, thank you for the 5'9" Fort Bragg. 5'9", north of Charlotte, North Carolina, US 4858. Hey, 73, and you're on my live stream. It's Go Amateur Radio on YouTube. Thanks for the contact. QRZ. Kilo Golf Yankee. November 5, Kilo Golf Yankee, you are 5'7" in US 5848. Thank you for the 55 to Mississippi. And what's your name? Don't think you heard me. KC7ZVJ, 7 Crows. All right. CQ. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA.
Never heard of you.
Is that Brad?
Kilo 1, Lima.
Kilo 1, Lima. You are 5'9", 20 over here in US, I think it's 5848.
Oh, well, I thank you for the 20 over. You're a good 5 and 9 here. We're right around the corner from each other. If you look at that map I sent you, you can come around to the back side of the lake over here where I live, and all of the perimeter of the lake is part of that park. You can also get into it if you go down 274 and you run down towards the dam. There's a park that's attached to the dam, and all of that's nice and wooded.
Okay, I'll try that next time. I'm right on the side of the road over here on Killian Road on the curve, so luckily I haven't been rear-ended by a landscaper yet.
I Austin, when we were doing it, we'd go down to the boat launch down there as a good spot, and then there's 2 entrances now, too.
Yeah, I see that boat launch is pretty cool. I've gone there before, but it looks like that boat launch, it's got some high-tension power lines right there.
Yeah, I could see that being a problem. Yeah, like I said, the best part of it is way back in the Charlotte side and the Gaston County side. We're actually touching Mountain Island Lake. It's the shore opposite my shore in the neighborhood.
Okay, I'll try that. I'll try that next time. Appreciate the information. And you're on my live stream, by the way, on Go Amateur Radio.
All right, man. I'll have to check that out, too. 7-3, I'll be clearing your final. KK1LL.
Hey, thank you, KK1LL. Appreciate the contact. 73, and I think that one of my friends tried to contact me from Conover, or Hickory. We'll give him a try. That's Dwayne. Dwayne, do you hear me out there? QRZ? I don't hear you there. CQ Park's on the air. CQ Park's on the air. That's a 5 or 6 contacts here. I need 3 or 4 or 5 more. I don't know how many. I haven't counted. I'm going to log these when I get back after I watch the video. But it is 3:32 p.m. Eastern. We're on 7188. CQ Park's on the air. Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. QRZ. I heard someone with an alpha. Alpha Delta 4 Foxtrot question mark. Tell me the last letter a few times, please, phonetically. Tell me the last letter phonetically a couple times, please. Say it again 3 times phonetically. Alpha Delta 4, Foxtrot Mike, QSL. Alpha Delta 4, Foxtrot Mike, you're 5-2 here, 5-2. Thanks for the 5-7 Southeast Tennessee. Yeah, I got a lot of noise from these power lines right here, but I appreciate the contact. 73, my friend. QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ Park's on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ Park's on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo from US 4858. CQ. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ Park's on the air. This is fun. You know, even when you don't get them right away, you get your contacts. POTA's a lot of fun. Using a Wolf River coil behind this car here. Too close to these power lines, but there's power lines all over the place out here. CQ POTA, CQ Park's on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA.
I got your spotted date. I'll also put it out on the repeater. KK1LL clear.
Oh, thanks for the spot, KK1LL. I need about 4 more contacts. QRZ. CQ Park's on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. All right, we got Dwayne, we got 7 Crows, Andy Cowley. Thanks for being there, and thanks for the chat. CQ POTA, CQ Park's on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ Park's on the air. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. Fans running, but the radio's not too hot yet. It is a hot day, but it's much cooler here in the shade than 97 degrees out there. CQ POTA, CQ Park's on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ Park's on the air. Harlem's Gaming Vlogs. What's he talking about over the radio? Well, we're doing a game, and it's called Parks on the Air. Look it up on Google, Parks on the Air, or POTA, P-O-T-A. That's what we're doing. This is a game. It's kind of like a cross between a scavenger hunt and bingo over amateur radio. So I'm talking to a friend of mine who's not very far away, and I've talked to people in Connecticut and Tennessee and West Virginia. CQ Park's on the air. CQ Park's on the air. I'm at Mountain Island Educational State Forest in North Carolina, and the designator is US 5848. CQ. CQ POTA, CQ Park's on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. I hear some thunder. I better get this done. CQ POTA. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. I don't hear thunder near me. I just hear thunder on the radio because you can hear those static crashes. And that's lightning. There's somebody down. Somebody down the noise. Try again. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo from US 5848 CQ. Yep, it's really a thing, and it's a lot of fun, and there's a lot of hams in the US, a couple 100,000 of us. A lot of ham clubs. There's one or two in each city that I'm aware of in the cities. We have 3 around here in Charlotte. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. This is a Yaesu radio here. I'm the only one talking. You didn't hear the other guys. I've talked to 5 or 6 other people. Just give it a second. Let's see. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. There's a lot of static right now. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo on 7188 megahertz. CQ, CQ. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Yeah, Harlem's Gaming Vlogs. Nice. Thanks for joining. CQ POTA. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Sometimes it's really easy and I can get like 10 contacts in 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes 45. The bands aren't great right now. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is W4NDK, U.S. Amateur Radio Station W4NDK. CQ, CQ, CQ. Takes a little patience sometimes. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. Now that guy was definitely using an amplifier. Not using an amp here, I'm using 95 watts. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ Parks on the air. This is W4NDK. CQ, CQ, CQ. But the point is, don't give up. I'm trying not to give up. I've been doing this for 43 minutes, and it is hot here. And you're watching. Hold on, I'll get somebody. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. Whiskey 8 Papa Alpha Bravo. You are 5'9", North Carolina.
You're about 5'7" in Ohio. Watch the hotel.
Thank you for the 5'7" Ohio, and thanks for the contact from Mountain Island Educational State Forest. Thanks for the POTA. 73, you're my 6th or 7th, so I'm almost done. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. Thanks for the contacts, guys. They're coming in, and thanks for showing Harlem's gaming guy some ham radio there. I'm doing a live stream, and he's trying to figure out what we're doing, and he saw somebody make a contact. CQ, CQ. Oh, I'll tune it. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Harlem, you hear that? That contact from Ohio. I'm in North Carolina. I'm just using this little radio here. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Start this engine back up. It'll add a little noise because the alternator. But let me just. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. It is hot outside, so I got to run the AC just for a second. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. I need 3 more. I'm at US 5848. That's Mountain Island State Park, Mountain Island State Educational Forest in North Carolina. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is W4NDK, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo on 7188 CQ. Now you can see the frequency here, 7.188 megahertz. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. We have an app where we log, put in our contacts, and then we get ranked in terms of how many contacts we made from each state or national park. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Oh, thanks for trying me, Seven Crows in Arizona. I wish I could hear you, but... CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is W4NDK, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. CQ, 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 CQ. Seven Crows, try again sometime. I would get back over to 20, but 40 is working for me, and I need 3 more contacts to activate, so it's going all right. CQ, 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 CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. This is W4NDK from US 5848. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ, let's go amateur radio. This is Go Amateur Radio. Hello, radio. CQ, CQ, CQ from US 5848. Hello, radio. CQ and standing by. Explain it again. Ham radio. So it's a park. We have a bunch of different games we play on this ham radio, but this game is a scavenger hunt or basically a bingo game where you try to get as many people at many parks as you can. We go out, we operate portable on a battery, and we set up our antenna, we tune it, and we see how many people we can get out to. I've gotten out to about 7 people so far, Ohio to Connecticut to West Virginia to right about a mile away. A friend of mine in Hickory, about maybe less than 70 miles away, 50 miles away, couldn't get me, but he tried. You probably saw him in the chat. That was Dwayne. We'll see what we can do. We're still trying. 3 more, and I've activated. I could go log it tonight, and I can get points for it. You don't really get points. You just get ranked in terms of how you're doing versus other people in the game. And if you want to check it out, it's Parks on the Air, or POTA, P-O-T-A. Papa, Oscar, Tango, Alpha. That's the game we're playing here. This is POTA Station, Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo at US 5848. CQ. There's somebody. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo from US 4858. CQ. CQ Parks on the Air as it's 94 degrees out there. Need 3 more contacts from US 5848. CQ and standing by. I'll tag it. This will be posted tomorrow, and I'll add some tags to it and some information on Parks on the Air to the description if you check out my video tomorrow. So like and subscribe, and you'll be able to get that tomorrow. CQ, CQ Parks on the Air. See if I know how to tag. CQ, 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 CQ Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. CQ Parks on the Air. I'm at US 5848. US 5848. I'm on 7188, 7.188 megahertz. You subbed. Thanks very much, Harlems. And if you want help becoming a ham radio operator, let me know. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ POTA. You can reach out to any amateur radio club in your area, and they will help you. That's called an Elmer. There's usually someone who will mentor you and help you become a ham. It's real easy, and it's a lot of fun. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ POTA. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November, Delta, Kilo. CQ and standing by. That's the most fun thing is when we hear somebody that wants to become a new ham or is interested in what we're doing. We like to help. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Let's see if I can hear anything on 20. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air on 7188, CQ and standing by. Yeah, it's just a hobby. I mean, you buy these radios, or someone might let you use theirs if you got a license and your friends are theirs, and you can do it that way. You can go out with them and try it out. And we have things called ARRL Field Day, or look up Field Day for amateur radio, and they set up outside twice a year, or you can just join any POTA and you can go out there and learn about it. We also have things called Ham Fest. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. There's somebody right next to me. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. CQ, 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 CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. So it's 1948. 1948 is the UTC time that we're logging here. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. Kudos to you for asking, man. Nice to meet you, Harlems. And I've got it, you can go to all my videos. You can go to other people's videos and learn a lot on YouTube. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ and standing by. Kilo X-Ray 4 Yankee Quebec. Kilo X-Ray 4 Yankee Quebec. You're 5 and 5. 5 and 5 here in US 5848. Thank you for Virginia and the 5-5. Nice to meet you out here, and you're on my live stream on Go Amateur Radio. Thank you for the contact.
Thank you. 73.
See, there's another one, Harlems. 73, my friend. Having a good time out here doing POTA. CQ, CQ. QRZ. Okay, that's about an 8. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. That was someone in Virginia. Let's see who else we can get. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. Sick. Thanks. Appreciate the compliment. CQ POTA, CQ POTA from North Carolina to Virginia. Let's see who else we can get. CQ POTA, this is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Now, I'm getting out north because I'm on a hill facing that direction. It seems like that's the way I'm oriented. And that is what I've got in Virginia, Connecticut, West Virginia, Ohio. CQ POTA in Eastern Tennessee. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. And Charlotte, just west of me, is a friend of mine over there. It's a ham radio operator. He heard me. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ POTA. I'm on 7188. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. Yeah, I should change my direction, but I've had luck. I've gotten 8. I need 2 more. I know this is working. It's not perfect, but I don't want to go somewhere else and change it. And I want to keep the live stream going and see what I can get, and then I'm going to shut her down. So we'll see. CQ POTA, 2 more contacts, please. CQ, CQ, CQ. If anybody can spot me, that'd be great. There are spotters that can spot you on the POTA website and app, and then people can see where you are and what frequency you're on. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is W4NDK, Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo from US 5848. CQ. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air from US 5848, Mountain Island Educational State Forest, North Carolina. CQ, CQ, CQ from Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. QRZ. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. Let's turn this car off to see if we can hear a little better. See, listen how much quieter it got. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Sometimes their bands are really good and you'll get, it'll take you 10 minutes to get 10 contacts. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ Parks on the air. Kilo, CQ, and standing by. CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. See if my buddy will spot me again. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ, CQ. Can you spot me again on 7188? Still trying. Need 2 more here. CQ, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. Yeah, I can change different frequencies, but I want to, this one is a quieter frequency compared to some of the others, and I don't hear anyone on 20, and I know I've gotten people on 40, so I know it's working. CQ POTA, CQ POTA. CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ, CQ. And a friend of mine is going to spot me again, and we'll see what we can get. So I got, we got 2 meters. I could do 2 meters, 70 centimeters, but CQ POTA, CQ Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. CQ. It's getting too hot. Turn on the AC again. Turn on the car. CQ Parks on the air. CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Whiskey 4 November Delta Kilo. W4NDK. CQ and standing by. Thanks, Dwayne. Kilo Delta 8 November Romeo Victor. QSL. Kilo Delta 8 November Romeo Victor. You're 55, 55.
You're about a 3-3. I just wanted to see if I could pick you up here in Southeast Ohio. You're doing a good job. I think with you.
Oh, thank you for Southeast Ohio. I really appreciate the contact. Thanks for finding me to US 5848, making the contact here at 3:55 p.m. CQ, 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 QRZ. I heard a kilo again. Kilo Juliet 8, Romeo Hotel. I'm missing a letter. Kilo. Now I'm trying to remember what the first part was, what the prefix was, but it was Kilo Juliet 8, Mike Romeo Hotel. Okay, Kilo Juliet 8, Mike Romeo Hotel 56 in North Carolina. Thanks for the 46 Ohio at 3:55 p.m. on 7188 megahertz. I really appreciate the contact, QRZ. See if we can get one more as insurance. CQ, Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, and standing by. CQ. This is W4NDK, CQ, and standing by. POTA US 5848, CQ. CQ, Parks on the air from Mountain Island State Educational Forest in North Carolina, US 5848, CQ from W4NDK, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ, Parks on the air, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ, and standing by. We'll try to get one more here. CQ, Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Appreciate all the Ohio stations. Got mostly Ohio today, Connecticut, West Virginia, Eastern Tennessee, and North Carolina. CQ. CQ, Parks on the air. CQ. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ POTA. This is W4NDK, CQ. One more. So people in planes, the frequencies can answer you, and people in trucks with CB. Yes, Roger, they can. Yep. CBs or similar of these are not the same frequency, but they have a ham radio, amateur radio. They can talk to me. I've talked to plenty of people in airplanes and boats and trucks. CQ, Parks on the air. CQ POTA. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. CQ, Parks on the air. This is W4NDK, Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo, CQ. Kilo Whiskey 4, November Juliet Alpha. You are 5-5 in North Carolina. Roger. 2206 and 4473. Okay, thanks for 2276 and 4473 on 7188, and I'm at US 5848. I appreciate the contact, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate your help at 3:58 p.m. Yeah, you just completed my activation. So I've gotten about 12 contacts now, and I appreciate it. Hey, I'm gonna end it right now unless someone else is out there. QRZ? Nobody. I'll try one more time. CQ. Anybody out there? CQ, Parks on the air. This is Whiskey 4, November Delta Kilo. Okay, that's it, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks for the contact. Successful activation from Let's Go Amateur Radio. And now I just renamed the channel Go Amateur Radio. Appreciate you being there. I'm going to shut it down. 73, all.